Hello, this is wmpyr. Because of the hack bots, I'm using this method where I'm making a video to respond back to some of y'all's comments. I read everything that I see, but in this video, I'm not going to have time for that. So I'll try to go through as many as I can, the ones that are in English. And yeah, so thank you so much for viewing and commenting. So Richie Lee, 5 days ago, he said, is this the regular length version? Would the shorter city-safe version of the umbrella be more amenable to Eskrima techniques? So he's talking about the security umbrella video that I made a while back. And yeah, I don't know about how much shorter or the size of the city-safe version, but Eskrima Kali Arnis, the idea here is that we specialize in single-handed weapons. So, you know, if it's too long, you would probably be better off using two hands, and then that's not really our specialty. It's not really our department, so to speak. So we prefer things that you could use with one hand. Okay, so the answer here probably is a probably yes. Okay, if it's better for single-handed usage, then for sure. Okay, so the next comment is from CLX Lem 2 days ago. Or more rational words cannot be spoken in these turbulent months. Thank you, and please stay well, wmpyr. We, your viewers, love you. So thank you so much. I love you guys back. So this was a response to Eskrima in a COVID nation. Yeah, I know things are really rough. You know, not just physically, not just the physical part where you gotta wear masks, you gotta constantly wash your hands, wear gloves. You're limited to going out and stuff like that. Not just that, you know, also psychologically, and psychological part is huge. You have to address that because that is an important part of happiness and living life. So, okay, the next one here. Let me move up because these are all in Japanese. Yeah, Uncle Cal says, great video right there with you. Great video, sorry, right there with you. Upgraded my carry too. People are going nuts. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing, you know. So let's move on to Justin Shaw says, I agree entirely what you were saying throughout this whole video. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And this is all on that one video, Eskrima in a COVID nation. And then Fang Yuan says, I love your videos and your honesty and humility shining through all of them. I appreciate you as a person and what you share with us. You're a good man. Thank you. Man, those words are way, way too good for me. Look, honesty and humility, these are things that in martial arts, if you do martial arts properly, you should be working on those things. And those things are something that you have to work on every day, constantly. Working on being humble is not something you just do it once and you go, okay, I got it. I'm at a humble level now, so I'm, you know, it's not like that. You know, it doesn't work that way. It's something you got to constantly do, and you know, check yourself. It's always about checking and balancing and restraining and controlling yourself. You know, you need to do that. So. Next one is Stevens. He just said, loved it. Well, hey, thank you so much. And he's referring to the Kevin and wmpyr, our martial arts talk video that we posted. So Mr. Kevin is a guy, like in the video, says that he came to my actual in-person classes, and he took that. You know, in the video, I say that 6 months is the time that it takes for me to pass on all the fundamentals. So my style and the way that I teach is not super complicated, that it takes years and years to learn everything. You know, just for all the fundamentals, really 6 months is all I need, and to pass it on to the person. Even though 6 months is what I need, I never expect people to come to learn from me for 6 months straight. You know, I never expect that, because the honest truth is most people don't last. They 6 months may not seem like that much of a long time, but from my experience teaching, most people can't do it. You something happens in life where they get busy, they get distracted, or they're just not feeling it anymore. They're not as motivated, or something happens. So that's life, and people can't always juggle that around to where they could still keep doing the class. It's just the way it is. So yeah, I never expect people or demand people that they come to my class, and I don't do contracts or anything like that. I'm not like, you need to come to my class for 6 months. I just tell them, if you can make it to 6 months, right? If then I will give you a 6 month certificate. But if you don't, I no big deal, And I understand some people just, maybe some people are more like military, where they just come in for a very short amount of time and then they need to go. And I will change the class format, but still, it doesn't change for me that 6 months is what it takes for me to, just from my experience teaching, that's what it takes for me to, the length of time to pass on all the fundamentals that I have, which includes the traditional Filipino martial arts that I learned, the fundamentals of that, and then my own system. So I teach the traditional version as a foundation, and then I teach my version so that you guys get an idea of how I evolved it and modified it to suit me. So if you get that idea, then you'll be able to do the same for you. So that's what I want you to do. I don't want you to be a carbon copy of me, but that is long-term stuff, So anyway, Uncle Cal says, that was great, brother. Yeah, thanks, bro. Always appreciate your support. And CLX Lem, he says, thanks for the lesson. Hey, it's always my pleasure. He's talking about the Eskrima Ranges single stick video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of like a quick way for me to just present to you the format real quick, the blueprint essentially for single stick, and the ranges of combat is so important. So the next one, this is now 22 hours ago, was from the Killa Method, and he says, it's so interesting that your close range technique is so similar to this pistol retention technique. You literally grab the barrel of your own pistol to have 2 points of contact with your sidearm so you don't get disarmed, and attack patterns are similar. So I believe I have seen the video that you're talking about on YouTube. Look, man, I don't know what their background is, if they also did Filipino martial arts or what. For me, all the stuff that I'm presenting to you guys, it comes from Filipino martial arts. So it's my own progression, evolution. So I've been doing it for about 30 years now. So you've been doing it for 3 decades, that long. It changes, at least for me, it changes. And it's a logical progression, So what I'm trying to say is, compared to like cherry picking, where you go, oh, the Sistema people have a really cool technique, I'm going to grab that. The World War II combatives people do this, so I'm going to take that from them. And Krav Maga has this kind of thing, so I'm going to take that. So that's cherry picking, right? If you cherry pick, you really don't know how it was derived, so how it got to that point, what they did to get that, You really don't understand that. And even if they explain it to you, it's different from, that's being fed with a silver spoon, compared to someone who was training and then they had to figure that out, and they were in an environment where they said, we're going to do it. So the inventor, the founder, in other words, So what I'm trying to say is, with martial arts, it's a development. It's a craft that you create. It's a work of art that you've been perfecting, That's always, in my opinion, stronger and more important than cherry picking. Cherry picking is important, especially when you are researching and you're expanding your knowledge. So that's more like for a beginner. Like, think about college. In college, you have your basics, and they're trying to give you a whole bunch of different classes so that you have a foundation. So you have to do English, history, biology, chemistry. There's a bunch of basics there, But then when you start to specialize And then when you go into grad schools, work on your master's degree and your doctor's degree, that's when you really start working on something that's you're research based, and you just keep working on that, and what are you doing? And it might be very, very specific, stuff with molecular biology, or who knows what, so that to me is what we're trying to do with martial arts, where at first, you cross train, or you look at other styles, you study and research, and you experience as much as you can, but then later on, you specialize, and that's what Bruce Lee, I believe, was talking about, where he says martial arts is a daily decrease. So once you've expanded your knowledge, I mean, he had a huge library of martial arts books and stuff, and then you have the Wing Chun way of punching, the karate way of punching, the boxing way of punching. You have all these different ways of punching, but then as you get better and better, it's just your way of punching. It's just a punch is a punch now, So that's the daily decrease, where it's quality rather than quantity. So, when I see someone else have a similar method to me, and there's plenty where I've seen, like this guy that you're talking about, where they hold the pistol with two hands. And when I see something like that, it makes me feel good, because I go, hey, I'm not crazy. We're all along the same page, so... and there's so many examples of that I could share, but it's going to be another video. But anyway, the killer method, dude, you got to get in touch with me, bro. Please shoot me an email at knifebat@yahoo.com, and we'll get talking. Okay, so next here is Uncle Kyle says, love this, really great stuff, bro. Yeah, once again, thank you so much. That was for the Eskrima Ranges single stick. So really appreciate, all you guys watching my videos and commenting. And, right now is a great time to, under this lockdown and everything, to be strong, stay strong, train yourself, remember the Count of Monte Cristo, where he's in prison, in like the worst prison, where each year they expect you to not make it each year, but under those conditions, he made himself better. Or think Bane from Batman, not the movie, but the comic book Bane character, where he made himself stronger in prison. Okay, so that's the idea right now, is to train. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.